Greetings, grade 9, and welcome to your 15th lesson in economic application. In today's lesson, we will learn how the primary sector, which is represented by agriculture, is dependent on the secondary sector, which is represented by the industrial sector, and how the industrial sector in the same way is dependent on the agricultural sector. We will also see how the tertiary sector supports both the primary and the secondary sector. So, we can understand the contribution of agriculture to industry by the mnemonic rest for a few minutes late. So the first R stands for the fact that agriculture contributes or provides most of the raw materials for the industrial sector. Things like sugarcane provides raw material for sugar. Cotton fiber is supplied by the agricultural sector. Similarly, there are numerous food industries that rely entirely on the agricultural sector. There are manufacturing of very important oil or industrial chemicals that also rely on the agricultural sector for their raw material. Secondly, agriculture provides the food for the entire industrial sector. Thirdly, the agricultural sector has played a very important role in earning foreign exchange through which the industrial sector has developed. Also, the agricultural sector, the people in the agricultural sector has played a very important role by saving, because a large population of our country is entirely in the agricultural sector, and the savings that they do matters. And these savings also becomes a source of fund for the industrial sector, who take this money and invest in developing factories and other industrial activities. The agricultural sector is a very important market for all the industrial goods. So when the industries makes refrigerators, they make cars, and they make trucks, they make food products, consumer products, they are normally targeting the agricultural sector, because most of the consumers are in the agricultural sector, because a large part of the population of our country is in the agricultural sector. Also, the agricultural sector provides labor to the industries. So right now in this current pandemic, we saw a huge amount of movement of the labor force of migratory workers from the urban and the industrial areas back to their homes. So you could see the amount of labor force that was provided to the industrial sector by the agricultural sector. In the same way, agriculture is also dependent on industries. So the way the industries contribute to the agricultural sector can be remembered through the mnemonic PIEDI or PIEDI, P-I-E-D-I. The P stands for the fact that agriculture can improve their productivity through the industrial sector, because industries provide tools and implements, fertilizers, seeds, infrastructure is entirely provided by the industrial sector to the agricultural sector. Secondly, the agricultural sector requires infrastructure in the form of storage facilities, in the form of roads, in the form of irrigation facilities. So the raw material required for making these infrastructure comes from the industrial sector. Also, the industries provide employment to people in the agricultural sector. Fourthly, there are demand linkages. Linkages means that we are linked together like a chain. So whatever is being demanded by the agricultural sector will always have a linkage in the industrial sector also. Like for example, if there is a demand for tractors, the linkages are there again in the industrial sector. For example, if the agricultural sector have an excess amount of income and they want to purchase consumer goods, they have to look towards the industrial sector. Also, the income of the agricultural sector largely is spent on industrial goods. So whenever the agricultural sector, people in the agricultural sector do well, they earn money, they would like to spend their money on consumer goods which are made by the industrial sector. Now we can look at how the tertiary sector contributes to the industries and agriculture using the mnemonic BITS C. The tertiary sector, like we had learnt earlier, provides banking services to agriculture and the industrial sector, and we know how important finances are to farmers as well as to people who work in the industrial sector. Also, the industries, whenever they get an investment opportunity, they would like to invest in services. We all know that car manufacturing will also have essential services by opening repair network all around the country. If you look at Maruti Udyog, Maruti is known not only for the cars but also for this service network. Similarly, we also know that computers, once computers are manufactured, the same computer company also provides important services. We know that many industries, many big companies, they also provide research and development facilities, they provide advertisement, they also branch out into banking, they branch out into different services like advertisement. Thirdly, all the industrial and agricultural goods require a market to be bought and sold, and these trading of industrial and agricultural goods are done by the tertiary sector. So traders who are existing in the tertiary sector, they help in the buying and selling of both the industrial and agricultural goods. Also, the tertiary sector by themselves are engaged in small scale and cottage industries. They are engaged in making handicrafts, they are engaged in making small parts which the industries require, and these provide income and employment to people. The communication and transport services that are provided by the tertiary sector help in the development of the industrial and agricultural sector. So this ends our lesson. I'd like you to go over the notes once more, and also through the exercises that has been given to you. Please complete it and revise over what has been sent to you. So thank you and take care of yourself until we meet again.